In this video, watch how Rick and Sharon met up with other YouTubers on their cross-country road trip.
In this video, we're going to highlight how we met up with some of our favorite YouTubers, Rick and Linda from Gone Again. And we're going to show you how we got to go shooting right at our campsite. We didn't even have to leave. It was so cool. We just set up cans and started shooting. So how's it feel being on the other end of the camera?
Weird.
Can we go now?
Well, like I said, this meetup was kind of planned. We went a little bit out of our way. We were in the Grand Teton area. Nevada's only the next state, and they were in Nevada.
It was a long way though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, on the map, it's only about this much. It's only a little bit. So
Now that you guys are here in Nevada, we want you to enjoy Nevada because it's a special state.
So
People
we're
don't know that. They drive through and the highways, everything looks so bleak and barren, but it's not, is it?
no, it's not. It's very, very nice, and I love the warm breeze and everything here. It's a very nice state.
Nice people.
But wonderful meeting up with you guys. I don't know that we would drive 400 miles. I don't know. but you know, I don't know. But we're going to be probably went the longest to go see you guys.
Well, you sure make us feel special.
It was definitely worth it. You guys are wonderful people. I love advice on your videos, meeting with you personally. We've been hanging out together for a little bit. You know, boys and their toys. Here's a video of the two Ricks playing with the drone. We are on to our next adventure, and we are going to check out a boondocking place in the middle of Nevada, in the middle of nowhere, that Rick and Linda just told us about.
This is where we camped for the last 2 nights. We boondocked. There's a little stream behind us.
So this was only our second time boondocking. Our first boondocking trip was literally out in the middle of a cow pasture with cow pies all over. So I liked this one much better. The babbling stream behind us was just so nice. I got to hear that all night long. Okay, this is how we boondock. Come boondock with us. Check it out. What you doing, Wiki?
I'm making breakfast.
What do you have going here?
I got sausage started. I'm about to start the eggs.
Oh my God, I can't walk out there. Man, Nevada was beautiful, but I was allergic to something out here. All right, so Wiki,
Yeah,
what are you thinking of this spot so far?
I like it.
You like it?
I like it. I don't love it, but I like it a lot. I'll put it that way.
What would make you love it?
If there was a little more to see, animal-wise and that sort of thing. But I love the privacy. That's probably paramount to me.
So I feel better. We're 1,000 feet lower in elevation, so I feel much better. However, I'm sneezing like crazy down here, and we have not seen one car since we've been camped. But on the way in, before we set up camp, we did see a car. And we were talking to that guy, and he said that this sage is blooming now, and it's really bothering a lot of people with allergies. So maybe, because like I just went and walked around out there where all that sage is blooming, and wasn't too happy with that. I came back sneezing. Now over there last night I found, let's see if I can zoom in. See those mounds? Let me try to hold it still. That's ant mounds. And you said they're the fire ants?
Yes, fire.
Everything looks different. The squirrels, the birds, the vegetation, even the rocks.
Well, you just look at the trees out here. They all look like they have had a rough life and are experiencing a rough life. The bark is extremely coarse, and they just look like they belong in a dry environment.
Well, looks like a very harsh, rugged environment. So, plans for today. We're going to eat. What's the rest of it?
Then we're going to explore a little bit and try to go out a little ways on the road here so we can get cell signal so you can get in touch with home. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to shoot.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot tin cans.
And she's going to shoot a deer rifle.
Well, I'm a little nervous about that because I did shoot a rifle before, but it was a .22. And he told me this thing kicks more than a shotgun, and I don't like shooting a shotgun. But I will shoot it once. But you have to kiss my shoulder when it's done because it's going to hurt.
Like I said, if you put your coat on and hold it, always pull back on the gun with your hand that's in front. Keep it tight against your shoulder. The difference is...
I'm going to put a pillow under.
But the difference is, if you don't have it tight, then it's going to hit you like a hammer.
Yeah.
If it's tight against your shoulder, it can't hit you, it's just going to push you.
Push you, yeah. Making toast now. Rick does all the cooking on the road. Actually, I did cook the other day, but that's rare, and I think he was dying to let me. I mean, it was killing him to have me cook. But look what he did for breakfast. He outdid himself. He actually made a cheese omelet and sausage. Wow. Getting hungry. Gotta eat. Alright, so we had a nice breakfast out here, and Rick is going to show us how we do dishes out here. Actually, I should say him. He does most of it, although he did let me cook once this trip and do dishes. How did I do?
Done good. Water in these parts is not something that there's a lot of, even though we got a stream down there behind us. It's not drinkable as it is. I do have filters that I could filter it, but anything that we use to consume or use in conjunction with cooking, I prefer clean water, and we don't have to worry about parasites or any of that stuff. But I wouldn't hesitate to use the water to wash my van because it needs it.
So you're heating up water?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yep, I'm going to heat water.
A lot of people would just use cold water.
Cold water leaves soap residue on the dishes. It'll give you diarrhea.
You have 2 collapsible sinks.
One for washing, one for rinsing.
And you clean as much out of the pan as you can.
Yeah, to keep the water as clean as possible during the washing cycle.
And you don't use a lot of water because, man, you hardly gave me enough water to rinse, and it got soapy. I had to add more water to it.
That can happen.
And your water, you actually boil. I would not, to me that's overkill, because when I reach my hand in there, it's so scalding hot.
Well, the reason I bring it to a boil is that I'm only heating a small amount of water, and I need more overall, so I have to add cold water to it anyway to have a sufficient amount. She's a little warm.
2 sinks, right?
Right. So this is how we do dishes in a campground. I know some people actually use 3 tubs, one for wash, one for rinse, and then another tub with bleach water to sanitize everything.
Which one's last?
The sanitizer, the bleach. But I've never found the need for it when I'm camping personally or just with family, because I put enough soap in my water that pretty much disinfects everything, and I rinse it well. So I don't think the 3rd tub is always necessary, and if this gets published, I'm sure there's going to be some argument about that.
How do you make sure there's no bleach left in your cup or whatever?
It will evaporate when it dries.
You don't need to rinse it?
No.
I would rinse it.
No, you only use like a cap or two capfuls of bleach in a half a basin of water.
Okay. So, and like I said, he didn't use a whole lot of water?
Yeah, we'll maybe use a gallon of water, or 2 gallons total at the most, depending on how many dishes we have to do.
Another very important function of being on the road, and that is getting rid of our waste, relieving ourselves. So we're out in the middle of nowhere. There isn't a outhouse or anything out here, so we'll show you that. It was empty.
I need it. I put water in that to rinse your bucket when we're done.
All right, so tell me what. So Rick, what is this?
This is water. And I just fill it about half full, or even a little less, with water.
So where are you going to dump this?
I've dug a hole over here.
Okay.
What we is commonly known in the Boy Scouts and the military as a cat hole latrine, but we're just using it as our dumping station.
So how, I know you already dug the hole. How deep was this hole?
It's a little over a foot deep.
And you already dumped some waste in there and then you put some soil on top? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I put a little on top, but they recommend the holes be at least 6 to 8 inches, so we can continue to dump in this until it's only 6 inches deep. Then we got to cover it and dig another hole.
All right, let me get a look at this. I don't want to shoot in it, but okay.
Always just enough to cover it. It'll keep the odor down. Keep the flies off of it.
So the last bucket that you just did there that I taped was just water rinsing out the bucket.
Yep. Squirt a little bit of simple green into the bucket. That way, if we use the bucket, it'll help keep the odor down. Gives it a nice.
We didn't have cell service at our site, but for a couple miles up the road, we were able to get cell service. I just wanted them to kick up some dust.
Yeah, those are trees all the way to the top. It's
Really?
pines.
So one thing Rick and I like to do is just explore. And I asked them earlier, would you rather be at a place like this or at a national park?
And my answer was this place, hands down.
Yeah. I remember, hands down.
Yeah. As you can see, even though she's only 2-wheel drive, with that extra couple inches of ground clearance that this thing has, it can go on a lot of off-road trails that the average car or 2-wheel drive vehicle couldn't.
Yeah. But I do think a lot of it too is your driving skills. This is just beautiful out here. I guess this is the kind of hiking we do that we're older. But e-bikes would be great.
Hint for an e-bike sponsor. We're ready to ride. Okay, I'm ready. Let's shoot.
All right.
I push this button.
Yep. Push down. You're loaded. Ready to go.
Of course, Rick was a firearms instructor in the Boy Scouts for probably like 30 years. Once I saw the kick that this gun had, I decided not to shoot this deer rifle.
I have had
After we were done meeting up with Rick and Linda from Gone Again, we went to Cathedral Gorge State Park in Nevada, and it was gorgeous. And I got to explore it a little bit, the slot canyons, which were gorgeous.
Oh my God, this is getting narrow. This is so cool, though. I'm gonna stop here. Awesome. Wow. After we explored a little bit, we hit the road because we were heading towards Zion National Park, and we were looking for dispersed camping. And missed 2 spots that were closed, and this is what we found.
In the middle of nowhere, we're at 10,200 feet, somewhere off of Route 14.
This is what happens when you camp at 10,000 feet in September.
I admit it was kind of scary camping here with the snow and the thunder and the lightning, camping in a tin can on top of a mountain. But we woke up to a beautiful morning. Hopefully we won't have any problem getting out of here. Driving across this country was a wonderful experience. And seeing out west, if you're from the East Coast and have never been out west, I highly recommend doing it. Just the vastness of the land out there, it's breathtaking.
Rick and Sharon have tons of videos, so be sure to subscribe and check out some of their other adventures.
We're